Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 TS Hub. We are here for round 6 of season 12. This is the Podium tier course at 7 PM. Alongside me in the commentary box to join me for this classic event in Monaco, Sean, welcome along.
Thank you very much, Nick, and as always, Monaco, the circuit that 90% of all drivers hates it, but to me, it's the most favorite track on the whole calendar. It brings the tightness of the circuit, the focus you have to bring here. 39 laps on this track is just one of the most challenging circuits on this whole calendar, and I'm looking forward what the drivers, the 16 drivers here can do tonight, and hopefully they bring on a fantastic show.
Yeah, definitely got our drivers, 16 of them here tonight at the Podium tier, and Danestar coming off the back of 4 wins in this tier, and this one, it's not going to be as easy for him. The streets of Monaco are going to claim many lives tonight, Sean, and how nervous do you think these drivers will be heading out onto the track here in this 18-minute qualifying session?
I think they're going to be pretty much nervous, because, you know, in practice you don't have like the nervous, you know, if you crash then you crash, but for this one you actually have to be just prepared that you're not want to crash, you know, it's going into your head, and you do want to be just focused and do it as best as possible as you can. So the pressure is also on these guys, and just I think they're gonna be hating their teammates if they talking during their lap. So it's just full of focus, tension, pressure, it's everything. So they have to be well prepared for this.
And do you think, Sean, that these drivers, they need to leave some margin on the table to obviously, you know, mistakes are going to happen here, so leaving a bit of time on the table, not pushing 120% as we've got our first retiree.
Zeke is out. In the first corner, I think he crashed there.
So lots of drivers out on track. We've already had one who has said goodbye to his qualifying session, and that is Zeke in the Force India, so he'll have a long wait now. The Red Bull there getting out of the way of traffic, almost having to come to a complete stop, and now he's going to get in the way of the Williams, is he? As they come round the narrow, the tight hairpin, which just feels alien on this Formula 1 game for these Formula 1 cars. Danestar out on those super soft tires, everyone else either on the Ultras or the soft, Rex also on those supers. Yellow flags, a lot of these yellows could be for drivers slowing down. Others could be for losing their front legs. Oh, the Renault's lost it. Stevie G's in the wall. Here comes the Ferrari. Is he going to see? And, yeah, they're having to back out of their lap. So, yeah, here comes the McLaren. Oh, and he hits him. The McLaren hits him.
Oh, my God. And the rest also, they get... Oh, no, Stevie gets a 5-league with them as well.
I think that's probably probably fair. Unfortunately, there was nothing he could do.
Oh, no, look, you're actually kidding me.
Jamie's left the session. I'm sure he'll be able to get back in.
Absolute shock, but it's just unfortunate for just Steve, you know, he plays there, you know, he wants to reverse, and then all of a sudden just a driver just come there, you know, it's so unlucky. Then they have to I think they have to adapt their code model, because 5 place grid penalty is way too harsh for Steve, you know, if I'm really honest. So
I think, Sean, a lot of drivers coming back into the pits there without setting a lap time. That could be for repairs or new set of boots, or so a lot of drivers obviously come out and deciding to go back in, just riding on board with Jonas as he heads through look how close he gets to the barriers through this section of the track. Fast left-hander here, touches the barrier on the right-hand side, no damage done to the car. Fast left right-hander comes in, hugs the curb, takes a lot of the other curb beautifully. There as Jamie rejoins the session, laid on the brakes, slops up the inside right wheel, exits the final corner. Traction's a bit tricky there as he heads towards the start-finish straight. And Sean, where is it going to put him? Second.
A very decent lap time, although it's on the Ultras, so I think people are going to start on the Ultras due to the rear temperatures on those tires, but you can easily do 10 laps on a sort of hypersoft if you just being gentle on the throttle and just upshift early, then you can avoid those weird tire temps issues. But I think I can recommend also just doing laps on the hypers like what Bodrella has done, because you know it's so tight and twisty this circuit. You know, if you just have a slow pace, you can't overtake that easy there. So you can easily do the one stop easily with the hyperstop and go very long on this. So you're gonna see some interesting strategies in this qualifying session.
Yeah, I think that as long as you can, as you said, Sean, as long as you exit the corner nicely, get good traction, and you can be comfortable on the brakes, then there's not really anything anyone can do to pass you. As long as you obviously handle the pressure. Jonas is on a second lap here on these ultra soft tires, so I presume he's going to finish it. He's currently in third position at 1:11 at the moment. But yeah, he is on a quicker lap. What's he going to be? Tops the timesheets on those ultras at the moment, so good lap time from him.
Very decent as well. So, but I think we are going for a 1:09 as always, or even 1:08 here. I think it is now 7th, I think, on the track. I think
it's crazy quick, but whether these drivers will be able to push that far, we'll have to wait and see. All right, Rex is out on a lap now. He's beginning on those super soft tires, so we'll head on board with him as he heads down into this hairpin. How horrible is this to drive in a Formula 1 car?
I think it's not that hard as it was in 2017, you know, just I think the pad as well, you know, it has a lot more turn in on this corner, so I think the pad is a little bit less of a struggle here, but still the pad drivers are gonna struggle on the track, so we have to keep that in mind as well. And the chicane is not that horrible as last year's game, although you can't just wall ride that curve there. And we see, ooh, he hits a little bit of the wall quite well, but yeah, what I said, the hairpin is not that awful anymore.
Looking quite quick through that section of the track as he comes out. Oh, he touches the wall there.
Went a little bit too deep, but without that thing what he did there in what's the name of the thing? Excuse me there.
Raskas?
Yeah, Raskas.
Raskas, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm not too good with my corners here, so that was a guess, not gonna lie. The two Renaults line astern at the moment. Liam on a quick lap. I think he'll be one of the next drivers to cross the line, and they're going to be pushing flat out.
Oh, jeez. Botwell also just almost hitting that wall there, but he's also on a flying lap on a set of hypersols, so he's definitely going to challenge him for the pole here.
Yeah, pole position, so important around this track, isn't it?
Liam, 10-4.
So a good lap time from Liam. We spoke to him in the chat show last week actually, and he was dreading this track, but obviously he's put in some practice. But it was good to chat to him, and really nice guy. So let's see what he can do here tonight. White Eagle's going to come across the line. 2 points finishes up into 7th.
Out of the final corner. Very bad exit.
Jamie pops up there.
He's struggling with his steering and everything. I don't know what he is. Oh yeah, and Jamie set a lap time as well, so he's on the board. Ols hasn't set a lap time either. He's currently on the out lap instead of super, so...
On the 8 drivers, just at a lap time, just coming up to halfway through the session, so the pressure is going to become greater around the streets of Monaco as the Renault nicely navigates the bumpy, curvy section of the swimming pool.
Oh, Botwell! Oh, he's cool.
There's no surprise there. We know Bothy Driller doesn't have the best internet, but he's got enough invites through. Oh, the Renault goes deep there as well. Is he backing off of this lap?
Yep.
He exits the final corner. What can Stevie G do? It comes across the line. It's going to be 4th, 1:11.1. So, interestingly, it's still quite close at the top there.
It is actually pretty quite close, but I think once everyone has settled in the lap time, I think it's gonna be closer, but I have a feeling that the field is gonna be much more spread out due to the variation of the tire stretch that we are gonna see. So I think the gap for this track, I think it's gonna be a lot greater than in previous races we had.
Let's see who's going to take the pole position around Monaco, and they'll be able to control the race from there. I imagine we'll see a safety car here tonight, Sean, at some point during the race, as drivers struggle to keep the front wings and wheels on their Formula 1 car. Ols, very respectful, very respectful on the traction as he exits, comes under the bridge here, right on board as he heads down. Heavy braking zone, bunt there on the braking zone as well.
And going to my favorite corner, to back just 6th gear, then downshift to 4th and then mid corner to 5, and if you just nail that corner, then it's just the most beautiful thing after 6. So this, if you nail that corner right, then it's the most beautiful thing that is. Excuse for the language, but it has to be said.
And
out of the final corner.
Yeah, All's the house driver. What's it gonna be? It's only a 12.
12-1 on the set of supers. Actually very decent, and if someone included that one as well.
Who else we got on a lap? Jorrit in the Mercedes, coming off 2 third-place finishes the last couple of races. Oh, touches the barrier there. Does that cost him a bit of front wing?
I don't see anything.
Very aggressive through that section of the track. Yellow flags. Oh, this is going to hamper him a little bit.
Very
but
nice out of the track. You get some shifting though, so it may help him, but...
Poor exit there as well. So what's it going to be as he crosses line on the ultra soft snuff for 4th place?
Still good with it. I think he's going for an... Ooh, he hits that wall again, but I think he's going for another lap. He still has time though, so you can easily do lots and lots of laps, so you don't have to worry about that much. But I think he is in the way of the McLaren driver of Pineville. You know, and Pineville has all the right to do his lap time, so... But I think George's gonna be very, very annoyed by this.
Yeah, it's not much you can do. This is, you know, traffic is an issue around here. It's a short lap, so obviously plenty of time in qualifying, but getting out in clean air with, you know, 16 here tonight, it's going to be difficult. We're hearing that there's going to be 19 in our Pinnacle tier at 8 PM and 19 in our Prestige tier, top tier at 9 PM that is. So looking forward to seeing how those get on. We've got Jono and Leon on commentary at 8 PM.
George hits the wall there, I think, just frustrated, I think, and he went a little bit to right, and he has unbroken right plate, so he's going back to the pits, I think. Yeah, he does.
D-Boy Dan just avoids Rex as Rex slows down off the racing line there. Oh, that was close, and I can see some potential incidents here towards the end of qualifying, as we already see one of the Renaults, the Stevie G, get a penalty, grid penalty. D-Boy Dan comes across the line, so he's set a lap time now. Just 2 drivers yet to set a lap time. Only one phase. She's in the garage, as is Taj in the Force India. But who's out on track? Jonas is on a lap now. Is this an out lap? Yes, this is an out lap. So he's getting ready on those Hypersofts.
Mindful is not on a lap.
Pole position man in China was this Ferrari guy. Headed a Ferrari 1-2. His teammate's not here tonight, but Jonas is going to come across the line to start his flying lap. 5 minutes left in the session, and we've got plenty still to play here around the streets of Monaco. Sean, you can hear the engine screaming. It's sunny outside. Drivers will be strapping on the quickest tyres and pushing their car to the max, fuel to the max, avoid the bump, head down the hill to complete the first sector. A little bit deep there for Jonas, but he's going to push this Ferrari to deliver hopefully pole position.
A little bit wider into the hairpin, but nonetheless still a good lap time. Very decently exit, so into the tunnel. You can maybe, if you have a good, almost reaching 300 kilometers an hour, so still a very long speed. And then the Nürburgring chicane, one of the trickiest corners as well. The back, yeah, what can we say about the corner? Lovely as ever. Vicky almost touching that wall there, but then the swing pool, just nice flow, just
that was good through there.
And very good in red skies. Then the final corner, you have to be very good at the traction, gain
beautiful exit. This could be pole position lap. Here he comes across the line. What's it going to be?
10-5.
Second place. 10th off.
Actually a very good lap time.
So a second cover of the top 7. Our championship leader Danestar and the Red Bulls down in 7th at the moment. So the top 6 drivers all on those ultra soft tyres. Sean, perhaps that's a sign that anyone below that needs to get the quickest tyre on and get out on track.
I think they will, but I think knowing Danestar, you know, he has such a comfortable lead, you know, 58 points. I think he does not want to risk it, and I think he goes out again maybe on a set of ultras, you know, just to set a lap time and maybe see what comes into the race. So I think he's gonna take it easy. I think he is one of the drivers that is not gonna stress out, and he just gonna set a lap time on the ultras, or not even setting a lap time anymore. So you never know. But I think he's not going on those hypes. So
riding on board with Razor, race winner here at F1 TS Hub. race premium driver, of course, as well, as he heads up the hill, heads towards Casino. Fantastic corner this one, Sean. If you really get it right, you can carry so much speed on these cars in F1 2018 with the downforce levels that these guys run around the streets in Monaco. Downforce levels, Sean, I presume they'll be running them at their absolute max.
We've seen running at absolute max, maybe go down for 711 wings, but I have seen crazy ones that go like 411 or something like that. So there's some various crazy setups that I saw people running. So, but I think high downforce around 711 wings we needed here, and at least 8 ballast. I think if you run 9 here, I think you can get away in quali, but in the race for the red tire it's just gonna be impossible to do that. So I would not recommend that, but high downforce levels is the way to go here on this track.
Alrighty, the Williams man Razor comes towards the final couple of corners. We'll see what lap time he can do. Currently in 5th position tonight, so as he comes across the line, you can see how narrow this track is. The pit edge, yeah, improves, jumps up to 4th.
There's a Toro Rosso in the way. Oh, he needs to get out of the way. Oh, he hits that wall. The Toro Rosso of only one. She hit that wall there, I think. Here
comes Dweller. He's on a quick lap. Ooh. He's going to have traffic as well. Ols gets out the way. Oh, Dweller gets close. Oh, Toro Rosso goes completely deep.
How did she not miss the tire barrier? That was so close to... Oh my god, she lagged there a little bit as well. Good move.
Dweller took pole position after moving down to the podium tier last week. Sean, do you think he's on for another pole position qualifying session here tonight? Beautiful camera angle this one. There's only one phase retires.
I hope he gets a podium, and hopefully he does not disconnect into the race, because if he did that in Spain, I think he would get definitely at least got a podium. Even though with his 2 stops, he would have at least got a podium. Ooh. This is a very scrappy lap, I think.
I think he's backing off.
Yeah.
He's going for another one. This will be his last lap. Under a minute left in the session. Liam still heads the time just by a 10th over Jonas. And look at that. Razor now pops into 3rd. Oh, does Dweller hit the barrier? No, that was lag. That wasn't what we thought. Dweller now showing as 13th. Is that right? Lagging. Lagging all over the place at the moment. I thought he was in higher than that, but
he was in 3rd if I saw it. Oh, Liam.
Liam's retired.
Yellow flag.
Rex is retired.
Did he hit that wall at the exit there?
Oh, Dainstar pops it on pole. I can see where Rex is retired.
Yeah, saw that as well. And Jonas, I think for some it can't be in the pool anymore.
They're going to struggle to improve where the position of that McLaren is, so Dainstar might have just pulled this one out the bag and got lucky with that DNF from Rex.
I think he will, but still a fantastic lap time. 1:10.0, and I knew it already that he was not going to do it outside of hyper. So yeah, but what can the guys do on those hypersoft tires? Jonas, very decent.
Dweller pumps it into 2nd place. You know he'll have a go into turn 1. Jonas absolutely pushing the car to the limit, touches the wall.
Ooh, and a little bit too deep there in the Westcast final corner.
Gets a bit of slipstream from the car in front. Hegs the inside. It's not going to be. It's going to be 2nd.
He's going to 2nd place. What can Joe do?
Stay sick.
Invalidated 1:09. He invalidated lap time. It would have been pole position for George, but he invalidated that.
Dainstar's into the pit, so he knows he's got pole. He's calling it a day in the Red Bull.
So we have 3 drivers that is going to start on those Ultrasofts. So Dainstar, Ols and Gasman all going to start on those Ultrasofts. So I think we're going to have a very tasty strategy race for this one.
Yeah, Dainstar really carrying that confidence at the moment through the streets of Monaco as he gets wheeled back into the garage. His teammate 2.3 seconds slower on the same set of tyres. So it just shows you with Monaco, it's not necessarily about speed, Sean. It's about confidence in the car. But 39 laps, as you said, is a lot different to qualifying.
It is a lot different than qualifying, and yeah, the drivers need to keep their head down because concentration is a max here.
I'll let you run us through the order. Hello to everyone tuning in. This is the Podium Tier Season 12 at F1 TS Hub. Sean, Stevie's got a 5-second penalty.
So he's going to drop down there. So Deenster in first with a lovely lap time on those ultras. Jonas second, Bodweller in third, Liam in fourth, Razor in fifth, Jordan in sixth, and Stevie going to be in 12 after that time penalty, but we're not going to talk about it. Stevie 7th, Jamie 8th, also on those ultras 9th, Gazaman 10th, Primeval on 11th, Depoy then 12th, 13th White Eagle, Disease 14th, 15th, only one failure, and Zeke in 16th after crashing in qualifying early on.
Alrighty, well, we're just hearing that Gaz has forgot to put a setup on, so he's on default for this race. So that explains perhaps some of the gap between himself and the teammate. So he's going to struggle through this race, but at least the car will feel stable.
It's going to be at least stable, and we have a dry race. Hopefully.
So sun's shining, no wind from the flags in the distance there. You can see the crowd getting ready for this Monaco Grand Prix. Sean, 39 laps, a long way. We're still looking at a one-stop. And it's just about managing those temperatures of those rear tires.
Yes, the rear tires are going to be a lot of the problems for the guys if they're pushing way too hard. And knowing Deenster, in Spain he was also struggling on those rear tires. So even though he is on those ultras, I think he's still going to get a pretty hard task to maybe manage those ultras. Because some drivers can easily keep their hypersofts intact and still go longer than ultrasoft runners. So we have to see about it, as I want to go to the tires. The rest of the top 10, outside the top 10, the super runners are going to be Depoy Dan, White Eagle, Disease and Only One Face are going to start on those super soft tires.
And Rex as well.
Oh yeah, Rex as well, excuse me for that. And the Zeke is the only one on Ultrasoft, and the only guy that's going to start outside the top 10 on Hypersoft, surprisingly, is Stevie G.
That's because he qualified inside the top 10, isn't it, Sean? So he passed us. Yeah, he got the penalty.
Forget my dumbness. I'm completely dumb right now, so ignore everything what I said. Ignore everything.
Well, those are your tyre choices. It's still expected to be a one-stop race. I hope the teams have the front wings stacked ready in the garage for these boys and girl, because we are beginning the formation lap, let's say beginning halfway through it now. It's such a short track here. And as you mentioned, Sean, the car's really, with the extra downforce, carrying the lap time. And so we're just riding on board with some of the cars, all weaving, trying to get temperature into their tyres. Deenster's almost near the end, and they really don't have a lot of time to get the temperature up in these tyres. But I wonder, the two guys behind Jonas and Dweller, starting on those hypersofts, they're going to be thinking about something into turn 1.
Yeah, in my opinion, they can go easy, but they can easily go for a launch because they have a tyre advantage. But if it goes well, that is the second thing, but hopefully we have some nice, clean racing. It doesn't exist here, so hopefully we have some sort of clean battles.
Yeah, it's hard in Monaco, but these guys will give it their best shot, and we're about to find out who is going to lead into the first corner. We'll wait for the 5 red lights here as we try to get a good camera angle for the start. Here we go, the 5 red lights are on in Monaco Season 12. Here we go. This is the podium tier. Deenster gets away quite well. The Ferrari gets away well as well, but it looks like, it looks like the Renault's going to challenge, gets ahead of Dweller. Oh, Dweller spun it.
Oh, there's a big crash.
Dweller, that's Dweller spinning round.
Oh my goodness me, oh good lord. Everyone is crashing there. He still gets hit by only one face, and she doesn't. There's no front wing damage on that car. I
think Dweller needs to start and press start and reset to track, because he's doing a 20-point turn here.
Yeah.
Just after turn 1 as he heads up the hill. So, oh no, he's just lagged back into 5th position. So I have no idea what is going on with that.
Someone disconnected.
Yeah, that was Dweller. So what on earth is going on with his car? Nobody knows, but nevertheless, he's back in the lobby, and he is in 6th position.
But why I'm pretty much confused why that crash was there.
So Taj already getting a penalty. Of course, strict corner cutting here for Monaco. Can't be any other way. And who's coming into the pits? We can see a Haas of Jamie coming in. So.
Oh, Jamie, no! Come on, my favorite driver there, and he doesn't go end well. I'm actually just very sad.
Rex gets a penalty when he comes into the pits. So presumably carry too much speed. And Taj also comes into the pits.
George is all over the back of Liam, and I think they already know the difference, but yeah, hopefully the drivers can keep their rears intact for the Hypersoft runners, because this is going to be one hell of a task, I think, on this track.
Yeah, also a bit of a queue, well, there's a bit of a queue all the way inside the top 10, pretty much. Razart and Buffy Dweller, the two drivers who are outside DRS zone. Dweller is back in control of this car, but really has some lag. I hope the other drivers aren't experiencing that as well, because he was spinning round after turn 1 and trying to do a 20-point turn, and then all of a sudden he's back in 5th position. So very strange from that Sauber Alfa Romeo.
George hits that wall there, and I think there's no damage. Yellow sector, there's only one face. She has retired, and I think it is going
safety
into the
car.
tunnel.
Safety car.
Safety car. I think the Hypersoft ones can pit now. And I think
Tej is stuck on the hairpin and then almost spins it on exit. So where is only one phase? Where has she crashed it?
Just trying to see, but I don't know what he's doing. Is it because of the delta?
Yeah, I think so. The deltas. So he's just passed only one phase now, but I'm not sure where. So safety car is out. Dane starts behind. Who's coming in? Razart's in. Stevie's in. So presumably for Razart, he's in 9th. So I presume he's gonna go to the end. Jamie, who pitted previously, is also probably gonna go to the end now that this safety car is out. So
he can do it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here against those who stop and those who don't.
I think if you just keep your rears intact, it's not about tires. It's more like keeping your rear tire temperature just under 100 degrees. Then you can easily make those tires 36 drivers long.
So safety car, Sean. The first time we've seen, I believe, the proper safety car here in the podium tier this season.
I think it was Baku. No, wait.
I don't think we got one in Baku.
Wait. No, we didn't have it. No.
So we've had a virtual, but this is the first time we've had the pleasure. So keep an eye. Is anyone going to come into the pits now? You would think they'd lose quite a bit of time compared to they came in the previous lap.
I don't know. Liam is in the pits on those hypers. And why did he go 5 seconds stop go for ignoring yellow flag? He's also into the pits. He was on his set of hypers, super, so he's going again in the pits, but going for the set of ultras and a broken front wing. I don't know what happened there. Jonas is also and TC is retired. I think he just had not. I think.
Calling it a day, we're down to now 14 runners. We always said, Sean, this isn't a case of everyone wants to win, it's a case of everyone wants to finish. If you finish this race, you're going to score some good points. But Dainstar leading the way.
Jonas has a broken front wing. If you look closely, he hit at the back of Dainstar. Could be me though, but I saw a little bit of broken front wing. I don't know if it is on your screen as well.
I can't see anything just yet.
I saw some broken front wing pieces down towards Jonas's way, but
maybe on the right hand side you might be right. It's hard to tell from under the tunnel. Can't get a close enough camera angle, but we'll go through the order as things stand at the moment. So behind the safety car on lap 4, Dainstar, Jonas, Joret, Gaza, Ols make up your top 5. D-Boy Dan, he's up into 6th. Good start from him. Razor in 7th, Dazik in 8th, Dweller in 9th, he's down from 3rd. So safety car coming in. Dainstar will need to back the field up to avoid catching the safety car too soon. Stevie G in 10th, Jamie 11th, Rex in 12th, Liam in 13th, White Eagle in 14th place. Let's get this race underway very shortly. Safety car is going to come in now, and Dainstar's going to bolt it.
He's going very... Jonas reacted pretty late there. And I think his getaway as well is not on point. Oh
So-
my. And I think he has indeed a broken front wing. Already lost a second there, so I think he has a bit of broken front wing lost.
Just looking a bit closer towards the back here.
Just, you can almost eat his
Here he comes.
there.
Jonas
Round
goes
the
defensive.
outside.
Can
Come on,
Joric
boy.
go around the outside, down
Come
into the
on,
inside?
boy.
He's
Good
done
job.
it. And fair play to Jonas as well there. He could have just kept it on the outside, tried to turn in and just caused a pile up, but he gave the Mercedes
Wow.
driver room and Joric's through.
Wow, actually amazing. I actually thought that maybe Jones would have just squeezed him out, but no. Yeah.
Oh, here comes
Very-
Razor on the back of D-Boy Dan. Is he going to try down the inside, heavy braking zone? Nope.
No.
Thinks better of it. You got Dweller there quite close as well. All these cars are so close. This is what I love about the safety car, Sean. It really bunches the field back up again, and we get to see everyone just try their absolute max to get past. Around the streets of Monaco is not an easy task.
It is indeed not an easy task, and Deinso is going flying again. 113.570, but although George,
Here comes Liam on Jamie.
there he goes.
Got a good exit.
Let him go through
DRS
those.
isn't open yet. What's going to happen? Jamie's going to defend, and Liam thinks this is a long race. I don't want to risk it just yet.
Yeah, he better think of it. So still 7 after that disconnect. So he's still in those races, but I think he's still all over the back of Razor. Maybe a little cheeky move down the inside. There he goes. Yeah, squeeze him out, and he's back again in 6th place. So very well timed dive bomb, and oh, he hits the back. Razor into the wall, and he has a broken front wing.
Yeah, broken front wing for the Williams. He'll need to come back. So looks like D-Boy Dan will be moving back up into 7th position as Razor's really going to struggle through that tunnel there, and to get the car slowed down. I wonder if he'll miss the chicane here.
Yeah,
he tries his best. He tries to make it. Give him credit where credit's
he
due.
lost his entire front wing. Yeah, he lets everyone go through, I think.
Just
only
D-Boy Dan.
But
The rest have to wait. Liam gets ahead of Jamie, by the way.
Oh, he lost his front wing. DC lost his front wing a little bit, I think.
He lost their front wing.
Stevie G. Stevie G lost his front wing. Left plate is completely gone.
Yeah.
He's going into the pits.
So both Renaults trying to go into the pits there. Looks like Liam gets ahead. So miscommunication as Razor and Stevie G into the pits for repairs. No missing tyres though for them.
I think not. And the gap still between the top there with George and Deinstar. George keeps a very consistent pace, but if he wants to catch the reigning leader, the current leader, Deinstar, then he needs to pick up the pace a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty unlucky for Razor. We have yellows in sector 3. That's for Stevie gets a time penalty for corner cutting.
Don't know who those yellow flags are for. Can't really see anyone, but Jonas really struggling, I think, with that damage, as you mentioned. If he does have wing damage, he's showing it now, but those hypers perhaps starting to go off. The safety car would have helped cool his tyres down a little bit, but Gaza and also Ols right on the back of him. Joric closes it down to 2 seconds between himself and the first place man. Liam's on the back of Zeke. Is he going to try anything? We'll keep an eye on this one as they head towards the start-finish straight. Touches him.
Step back there. No front wing damage, but that was almost wall riding that, and the section is pretty strong. So, but not any move just yet.
He's going to try something here. He's got a good exit on Zeke. Anywhere he can go.
Down the outside. Maybe Chico down the inside. He's going down the inside. Oh, he hits the wall.
That was risky. That was risky.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ.
Jamie lagging.
Jesus. Get it. Let's get the crap out of me.
1.2, the gap between the top two as well, and White Eagle on the back of Sean a second now. So what's happened? Is Deinstar struggling, or does he have wing damage? I think he's. I think Joric's just on it.
I think he has wing damage. I think. I don't see the camera angle.
I don't think he does. His wing looks fine to me. I got a good.
Damage.
So, Joric, here we go.
Rear tires. Do we have a lead change on lap 9 out of 39? There goes Joric. Round The outside,
round the outside, locks up. Oh, keeps it out the wall.
Has he damaged or not?
No, I think his car's fine.
That was
Liam still on the back of Zeke. Touches him, wing damage, pushes him wide. He comes into the pits. He'll be pitting again, you would have to say. Jamie moves ahead.
There goes Jorrit. No, he doesn't send down the inside of the hairpin. No, he touches Danestar. No front thing yet, but I think Danestar is already struggling on the rear tires. Pineful gets a 3-second time penalty. But Jorrit is all over the back of Danestar.
And let me tell you this, Sean, Jorrit was in the press conference this week, called into press conference, tough question about his strategy choices. Look at him now, he's challenging for the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix here, round 6 in season 12. The championship leader in front, but how long is he going to stay there?
I don't know, if he keeps up this, just, with the rear tire, if he keeps it up like this, then he may even lose the championship, but it goes really close. Jorrit doesn't hit the back there, so still fine. DRS.
Jorrit gets a tank slapper
by Danestar, and he loses the lead. And on lap 10, we have a new leader in the name of Jorrit.
We said, Sean, how long can Danestar not make a mistake for? There you go, around the streets of Monaco, and he's lost the lead.
Am I a little bit too loud? Too low on the volume sound?
You seem good to me. You're good to me, but maybe turn it up and give it a go, but you're good for me in my ear. Rex on the back of Jamie. So let's have a quick look, Sean. Who has stopped and who hasn't? So top 5 hasn't stopped. D-Boy Dan and Zeke haven't stopped. The rest have come in. Razor, Liam and Stevie G have had 2 stops. So the Renault boys really earning their money here tonight in Monaco.
There we go. I think it's now a little bit better. Hopefully for the guys in the chat.
Here comes Gaza down the inside of Jonas. Can't quite make it. Jonas cuts the corner. Lets Gaza through. Is this going to come through as well? So Jonas loses 2 positions there.
As well.
He needs to pit surely.
Through there as well. Oh, and by the way, Danestar has a 3-second time penalty. He's struggling on those rear tires and he goes into the pits on lap 10. So the Inters are not working for him. The Inters are the Ultras.
I was going to say, if he was on Inter, he'd really be struggling, Sean. But Dweller moves up in position 2.
But what can Jorrit do? Is he going to stay out a couple of more laps, or does he react on this and goes into the pits?
I don't think he needs to.
Oh my god! He almost lost the rear end there.
Doesn't need to react too much because look at Danestar is going to come out in a bit of clear air, so he should pit this lap if he wants to cover him off, because Danestar hasn't come out in traffic. How important is that?
I think it's very important, but also the rear tire needs to be just up to pace, you know, and Jorrit may even have a little bit of an advantage, but he needs to push now. I think his tires are in much better conditions than Danestar were on those 10 lap old tires, so he can still pushing on, and I think it's now the gap. It's now 20 seconds. 20.5 seconds, so I think Jorrit can still make that overcut work. Is he going for it, yes or no?
Rex has hit the barrier. Rex has hit the barrier. White Eagle then follows him. Razor goes around White Eagle.
Front wing damage for Rex, like you said. Oh, he hits the wall again.
Also, Liam's come in for a 3rd time here tonight, so his mechanics really getting used to seeing that banana car. And look at this, Jorrit. Now Jorrit's caught up to Jorrit's behind the Renault, so Jorrit's actually stayed out and he's losing time. The Renault isn't letting him through.
Liam, out of the way. Come on, brother. Get out of the way. He's losing time. There's now 19.8 seconds between Jorrit and Danestar, but Liam had to be get out of the way a lot easier. He needs to go out of the way.
He might think he's quicker, but it doesn't matter. He's the leader. No. He needs to let Jorrit through. This is the worst possible track for this to happen at.
Exactly, and the gap is now 90.1. Liam gets a 5-second stop go for ignoring the blue flag. It is, and maybe a little bit harsh right now, but that is what he deserves. If you hold up a race leader, he clearly sees the blue flags.
Oh, tank slapper! That was almost an absolute carnage there. Jorrit got lucky.
But
Razor retires.
Out, so
the Williams drivers crashed somewhere. They're right into the wall. Will that be a safety car? Big accident. Big accident there.
Unplugged it a little bit. Yeah, 18.3 the gap between and Joe. I can keep an eye on this the gap to the leader because I'm very curious what is going to happen. But I think Joe, if he doesn't want to lose that much time, he needs to pit in this lap, I think.
Yeah, the Williams has been cleared out of the way, so no harm done. Jamie gets a time penalty, so Gaz are bringing that gap down as well through that that section where Jorrit was being held up. Rex gets a time penalty, so time penalties coming through thick and fast. Jamie the only man within DRS range at the moment, but the real question is what's happening with the leaders, and Danestar, even if he continues his pace and Jorrit stays out, he is soon going to be catching up to the back of Dweller, and I'm sure Dweller isn't going to let him through very easily.
Nope. And also Jonas is still on those hyper soft tires, so he's still keeping him up their tires though, and he's still not going to the pit, George, so he can still continue his on, but he can maybe lose some time though to Danestar, but at the same time George is pushing right hard, you know, so
Sometimes, Sean, I think if you're in a groove, particularly around a track like this, and you're not losing too much time, you want to just continue in that groove and you know, just keep pushing where you're doing everything right. And perhaps that's what's as we see a path there between Stevie and White Eagle, so that must have happened in the tunnel somewhere.
I think it has to be, yeah. And
Jamie's got a run here onto Zeke. 2 DNFs for Jamie in the last 2 races. Goes down the inside.
Goes side by side. Schumi Alonso situation, and there's front wing damage from the Zeke, but I think not intentionally, but I think that's what happens when you go side by side into that corner. So I think, yeah. I want to hear your opinion, Nick, but I think Jamie did nothing wrong. You have yellow sector 2.
I think the Zeke should have backed out of that one. He kind of, you know, knew. Oh, there's people off in front of these guys. Who is that? That's Rex, who's hit the wall.
Yeah.
So it looks like maybe with someone else. Also, just to let you know, Danestar is caught right up to the back of Dweller now. So he can't continue this relentless pace because he's now getting held up. Yellow flags in sector 3. Rex is retired.
Yeah.
So
and also Botwell is right off the bat of another Ferrari guy, so he may have DRS there as well. So.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't, but how hard is Botwell gonna defend? He defends the inside line. Oh, there's a little bit of a touch there, but he's still gonna get hold up, and this is not what Danestar wants. Down the inside.
Out of it. Oh my goodness, Bobby Dweller not giving an inch. So Danestar has met his match here. What's he gonna do outside? Nothing gonna happen. And of course, Danestar, he needs to be careful. He's thinking about his championship, of course, here.
Yeah, but at the same time, he gets a little bit of a tap, but at the same time, this is absolutely good for Jorrit, because he's now getting that time that Danestar is gaining on him, so this is only good for him, but at the same time, Danestar is not what he wants.
Here we go, down the inside.
No, he does not, and Jorrit still stays out on those set of Ultrasoft tires.
White Eagle in. Oh, touches the wall for Danestar. He's getting frustrated. He's getting nervy behind this Sauber.
He is very nervous, and Liam gets a 3-second time penalty. But
so Jonas still out on those hypers as well. So Jonas perhaps trying to go for the hyper to Ultrasoft strategy here.
I think so. And they say, Danestar really wants that inside line. There's a back marker there. That's his teammate White Eagle. Very good job that he lets the leaders go through. Very good job by him. And yeah, this is Danestar's absolute greatest nightmare right now. Botwell is not having any of it, and he's racing for position, so he doesn't have a let the game go through, and he's very close to the back of Jonas, and he is lurking.
Taps Jonas there. Danestar gets the penalty.
Another 3 seconds. That's 6 seconds of penalties. Jorrit hasn't any penalties, so this
he's literally pushing him out of this corner. I reckon he might have a go here, but Dweller has a bit of slipstream. What's Dweller gonna do?
He makes better of it. And Jorrit still stays out. We're going to lap 17 out of 39, and Jorrit still stays out.
Oh my goodness, that was close. Dainstar getting very close to the back. Stevie's also on the back with Zeke.
Oh!
So we'll keep an eye on that one as well.
I think Botwiller hits that wall there, I think, but it could be me though. Jonas still stays out on the set of hypers.
I wonder what percentage they're going to be on.
Botwiller has DRS as well, but I think he's running much more less downward, I think, Dainstar, because he's so fast in a straight line.
Yeah, nailing his exit, I think, as well is really important coming onto that straight. But what can he do here? Absolutely nothing. Just can't do anything.
At the same time as well, he's also heating up his tires because he's so long on those.
Down the inside.
Nope, he doesn't. But at the same time, you know, his tires are gonna get warmed up because he's still behind another driver. So he's gonna lose even more time when he's finally cleared of him. So
speaking of getting warmed up, his frustration as well, he'll have to keep himself cool. He's got such a good exit here. Is he going to try? Dweller does give room in the tunnel. Oh, they touch, there's contact. Dweller loses damage.
Oh my god, that was lag.
That's lag. He's
Dainstar just penetrated his teammate. Literally penetrated him.
I'm not really sure what's going on with the Salva boys.
Oh my god! White Eagle has spun out. I think no, it's just clearly lag here. Oh my god. Yeah. So, absolute scenes at this track. Does Dainstar come to the pits?
Yes, he's got damage.
Come to the pits. Wow.
So, and he's going to have to wait because his teammates just pitted, so they're going to delay him.
Oh my god.
Absolute disaster.
Wow. This
Another
is the first
set of
time
supers.
that the race leader.
Wing change.
And I think now Yellow's in sector 2. And the Z gets it. I think it's for Jamie and the Z, I think. Z gets a corner cut penalty. He has a broken front wing.
Looks like one of the Renaults might have some damage, but tell me, 17 laps on those Hypersoft tires on lap 18. How impressive is that from Jonas?
I think that's impressive, but I think just at the beginning he says, you know, keep your rear tires at a very good temperature. You can't even go that long, but I expect not that long. And there goes Joe into the pits, and he's gonna have much fresher tires than Dainstar. Yeah, Gazman with another 2-second time penalty, and also into the pits. Also a very good job by him, keeping it that long on those set of. And also gets a 5-second stop go actually for speeding in the pit lane, so he has to serve that at the end of the race.
Mistakes happening left, right, and center from the podium tier here tonight.
He's gonna still get in second though. I think he's. Oh my! Woo! That was close between Ols and Boltwiller. And Ols gonna go out in 4th place on a fresh set of hype supers. Yellow's in sector 1. That's. Yeah, quickly clear. So I think Dainstar is another. Oh, Yellow sector 3. We didn't see anything.
Nope, I can't see anything. I'm just riding on board with Dainstar in 6th position now, so come out behind Jonas.
Is it the same set of supers, or is that just me?
Jamie in the pits. D-Boy Dan's left the session. No, he's in 7th place.
2-second time thing. Oh, another fresh set of supers.
So, well, in a minute, Sean, we'll run through who is pitted and who hasn't, as drivers are still coming into the pits now. Yellow flags again in sector 2. Dazekin with a Renault driver. And Jorit, you would have to say it's his race to lose now.
I think it's
Dweller in.
Yeah, I think he's got off his fist. Yeah, so I think now the only one that hasn't pitted yet is D-Boy Dan. He's the only one that hasn't pitted.
Wing change for Dweller as well. Dainstar is going to go through. He'll be glad he won't have to see that man again.
He's gonna get. I think there's gonna be maybe a student complaint or two about him. So. I'm not gonna get surprised. Oh, good god, thank you.
Alrighty, well, let's give you a rundown. So after lap 20, so we're only halfway through the race, bear in mind.
Yeah.
Jorit's in first, Gaz is in second, All's third, Jonas fourth, Danestar fifth, Dweller sixth, D-Boy Dan seventh, 8th Jamie, 9th Liam, 10th Stevie, 11th Zeke, 12th White Eagle. It's been a hell of a race so far, so many pit stops, so much chaos and carnage as you'd expect. We've got Rex, Razor, Taz and only one phase retired from this race already, but this is still anyone's game. Look at, other than D-Boy Dan, the top 6 are pretty much all on fresh tyres, as are 8th and 9th position as well. Everyone's pretty much on fresh tyres, Sean.
I think, yeah. So we're gonna maybe see a fastest lap, I think, with everyone here. So D-Boy Dan again left the session though, so...
That's really frustrating. He was running a really good race, you would have to say.
That's the fastest lap time. On those Hypersofts. Yeah, Hypersoft tires. And although Danestar is maybe closing up to Jonas, but I think Jonas he has impressive that the Hypersoft, he dragged him so long, he actually can easily go to the end instead of Ultras, so actually impressive by him.
Yeah, very impressive from the Ferrari man. As we see the sun in the background of the picture here tonight, nobody within DRS. Danestar closing in on Jonas. But you'd have to say he's already been shown as D-Boy Dan gets back in the session how difficult it is to overtake here, and I'd expect that to be the same. Although Jonas has been very kind with someone when they've tried to pass him,
yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was really respectful. So yeah, we'll see what unfolds for the rest of this race. But right now, we have a time to have a breath, have a sip of a drink because. Everyone's pitted. Oh no, Liam's in again. So I hope the Renault mechanics are on double pay here tonight because they've dealt with 4 pit stops for each driver now. So 8 pit stops in total for those who can add that up. And yellow flags in sector 3. Don't know who that's for.
I don't see anything.
D-Boy Dan still ghosting and still going on those set of super soft tires.
I think he joined back, but I think he can go back to his car. In my opinion. He can go back though. Because he joined back, if I saw it correctly, or I must be completely blind after that, so...
Well, he hasn't got back in his car, but I wonder if his computer, no, because the computer carries on, so still in 7th place at the moment, Sean, and he's got, Jamie's got a 12-second gap to catch him up, so yeah, that'll be interesting to see whether he can get in before Jamie closes in. Danestar isn't really closing that gap too much, it's kind of hovering, but impressive from Gazer, started 10th.
Oh, George is pitting! Broken front wing, George actually goes into the pits for another broken front wing.
My goodness, wow. We said this race wasn't over.
And what can Danestar do about this?
Who's going to come out ahead?
Danestar, wow.
They both get ahead of Jorit.
I actually haven't seen this before. Wow. The race leader crashed and broke a front wing. He had like more than an 8-second gap, so he could maybe easily go with that broken front wing, so... Wow, I actually haven't seen that before.
Well, we said it's not over till it's over at Monaco, and that's exactly why. It doesn't matter what position you're in, mistakes can be made, doesn't matter how good you are, this is Monaco, and Monaco claims lives. Not too many wheels gone missing though in today's race. I expected a little bit more damage, but
actually more, yeah.
Yeah, so...
And we also have a very happy Boxer after that happened, and now Gazman is leading, so I think Box is now maybe the most happiest person in here, so... I think George has done something good.
Yeah, Gazer always a paddock favourite here at F1 TS Hub. The tier coordinator for this podium tier always does a fantastic job, and George spins it!
Holy shit, George! What are you doing?
Is there more wing damage on that Mercedes?
Oh my god, there's wing damage. And he has to pit again. Nope, he doesn't. Wow.
So he did so well in the opening stint. Since he changed tires, he obviously doesn't look comfortable.
I think he did it, and even when he had that broken front wing, I mean, he had more than 8 seconds, I think, on Gasman. So I don't know why he pitted then. For me at least. So I don't know, very strange. And now he botched it again, and then yeah. I think the broken front wing have cost him this win.
Definitely has. Definitely has. So Jonas on the podium at the moment now. On those Hypersofts. All's in second. He finished second last time out in Spain. So let's see. We'll see whether anyone makes any more mistakes. But the gaps are forming at the moment as D-Boy Dan's computer finally comes into the pits.
Actually, amazing scenes. Just the race leader crashed down. Even though you could take it easily. Go easy, you know. But change happens, and yeah. And that happened. Oh. Actually, a very strange thing. Also, is also closing up on Gazaman though. So, and I think Jamie is getting lapped here. So that's also a first thing I actually say that he is being lapped.
Slow and steady, scores points at Monaco. Jamie just wanting to score points. D-Boy Dan's left the session. He couldn't get back into his car, he was saying. Our Pinnacle tier, by the way, is starting at 8 PM. They've got 19 drivers. They're also going to take on the streets of Monaco for their round 6 here tonight. So best of luck to Jono and of course Leon, who's joining us in commentary at F1 TS Hub for the first time ever. So can't wait to see how he gets on. But later on tonight you've got the top tier Sean, also in Monaco. I expect to see nothing but the very best. D-Boy Dan losing another position for a Brophy Dweller. And it's gone quiet in Monaco. The engines are still screaming, but there's no movements up and down the field right now.
Not really. Dainstar is also losing time on Jonas though. Yeah, we still continue on, but I think he now knows that Jorrit has bobbled that lead, and I think he now can take it sort of easy. And he joined back again, D-Boy Dan. So
yeah, he's trying to get back into his car. Yellow flags in sector 2. That is for White Eagle. He spun it. And is that Gaza trying to get... That's Gaza trying to get past. So White Eagle will move out of the way. Gaza lost some time there for sure. Also worth pointing out, Sean, that Gaza's on a default setup. I said it feels stable for him, but I never expected him to be winning the race.
I guess if you forget a setup and you are in Monaco, so for all the drivers out there that's gonna start, just don't load the setup.
Yes, that is one way to do it. But Gaza, as I mentioned, he's always got a lot of following. He's such a nice guy. Everyone loves him, and he's already run a race this season. And let's see whether he's going to make it number 2. This, I imagine, would be his proudest. How, Sean, you've won Monaco before, haven't you? How does it feel?
Have I won Monaco before, or?
Yeah, if you have, haven't you?
In TS Up, I think not.
But in a league race, I imagine it must feel more satisfying than.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It feels very amazing. It feels like that you are having one of the Triple Crown. So, actually the greatest feeling ever. But yeah, if it is a race win in Monaco, it always feels the best because it is such a circuit that demands a lot from the driver. And if you win this, then it is just the greatest thing ever. I also had one Grand Slam on the track, and that's just also one of the greatest feelings that ever exists. So, winning Monaco is just better than sex. Excuse me for that, but it is still.
Well, there you go. Sean obviously hasn't had the best, but Stevie in 10th position now, just ahead of Dazik and White Eagle, the only 2 drivers not in the points. But another penalty for White Eagle. I imagine there's going to be lots of penalties come into play at the end of this race.
So, yeah.
Perhaps Jorrit, he would have served his 5-second stop go because he pitted again. So we know Dainstar has 2 penalties, so there's still a chance for him finishing ahead here tonight.
I think Jorrit has no penalties, I believe. I'm going to quickly check the race director. So he has 2 warnings, Jorrit, and Dainstar has 2. Yeah, he has a penalty, and he's also on his 2nd warning. So 1 warning is Dainstar away from getting 9 seconds of penalties.
Alrighty, well, we'll obviously wait for the official confirmation, but just to let you know, Sean, I know this isn't the tier that we commentate on, but there's heavy rain in the Pinnacle tier.
In the Pinnacle.
So, best of luck from all of us here at the Podium tier and all of us watching the Podium tier to those Pinnacle drivers who are going to be tackling the streets of Monaco in a thunderstorm. So, yeah, best of luck to them. D-Boy Dan still ghosting, so don't think he's going to be able to get back in, but Gaza, he'll be under pressure now. Bookster wants us to stop talking about him. We don't want to commentate or curse him, but oh, he gets a bit of rear.
Oh, yeah, there we go then. So, commentator is back on it again with Nick and me. So, going down the straight, you know, just an easy yellow sector 2. Who is it?
Gone again.
It's for no one. I'm surprised that Old is also pretty much gaining a little bit on Gazman, but also, I don't know if you noticed, Nick, but George also gaining on Dainstar.
Yeah, he definitely is. Down to 4 seconds, so it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, the quicker tyre and younger tyres as well, so Jorrit should be quicker, but that front wing isn't going to help him around here, particularly this long sweeping casino section. He'll struggle to get the front of that car turned in, but doesn't look too bad.
It does indeed look too bad, and there's someone that say no disrespect for you boys, but if there's rain in Pinnacle, then I want to watch that. Then we are just going to watch that. So we are just losing a viewer that is also very dedicated to this league, and we are gonna miss it. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully Gazman can still win it. You know, even though we have the commentators curse, but maybe also we have the bottling of the drivers themselves. So you never know what's gonna happen. So. We have still 10 laps remaining, and this gap is down to 3.3. As I say that, with Jorrit and Dainstar, Whitey will get another 3-second time penalty.
Every time Stevie gets close to passing D-Boy Dan, I think he makes a mistake because he falls further back. But the Renault now trying to maybe unlap himself. Is that the Renault that's...
That's Liam, or is it Stevie? No, that's Liam.
That's Liam. So is it Liam that got a penalty for ignoring blue flags earlier in the race? Yeah, so he's at it again.
So, yeah, he can overtake what he wants, but I think it's not very clever and handy to overtake a lead car. And even though George is actually on the first, maybe even overtake Dainstar on penalties, so it's not a smart thing for Liam that he's gonna overtake George.
Alrighty, well, Sean, whilst we have a minute, do you want to run? We haven't actually done it tonight. Do you want to run through the championship standings? As Liam's going to try it here, Jorrit must be going, please do not try anything silly. Yeah, but do you want to run through the standings?
With pleasure, Nick. So, the standings, Dainstar comfortably leading by 115 points, followed by Gazman, who is 58 points behind him. So, even with this race, and Dainstar can still take it, you know. And Jonas is third in the standings, also fourth, so he's gonna gain another places if he still stays in second place. Jamie fifth, Nick in sixth, George seventh, Liam eighth place in the constructors drivers, Stevie G ninth, and the top 10 is D-Boy Dan in the Toro Rosso. So, and then outside it is Prineville 11th. Oh wait, Dainstar pitted.
Dainstar's in, you're right. So perhaps some wing damage.
He's going for the fastest lap.
Or something. He's gone on to ultras. So not choosing to run the hypers if maybe he doesn't have any left from qualifying, but you would have to say he surely wouldn't have pitted unless he had damage to that car. So Dainstar making another mistake here, and Dweller moves up a position, and Dainstar will move further down. So damage limitation here for the championship leader tonight, do you think?
Yeah, but I think he can take it. And George gets his first penalty, but that doesn't affect him that much. But as I said, he has a 58 points gap, you know. So, and even if he wins 6, that's 8 points, and Gazman takes 45, that's 7 points. So he's going down to 39 points. No, 41 points, sorry. So you can still take it, you know. Sector 1 yellows, that's for no one.
No one. The flag's giving us false.
Oh, Jamie has to let go the leaders too.
Yeah, he's Jorit and the lapping. But he's got to be careful here because for Liam it's for position. So this is going to be interesting.
This is indeed going to be interesting.
Dainstar gets another penalty.
I don't know. Wait, yeah, it's 51 seconds.
Oh, there's contact there. Jamie now doesn't let Liam through. Liam's going to get a good exit. We've already seen an incident in the tunnel.
And Boxer says still a chance for Jamie to get a podium tonight? Question mark. By my calculations and the gap he has, I think he still has a theoretical chance and realistic chance to get a podium this track. Otherwise it's going to be another brilliant fourth place. So there's your question, Boxer.
There you have it.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Is Liam gonna get a dive bomb on Jamie, yes or no? The answer is no.
Thinks better of it, but this is the closest battle on track. Good run up the hill into Casino. Can he do anything here? Both on those ultra soft tires, similar age as well, so this will be interesting. Jamie under pressure now as well. How can he cope with it?
I hope he can both do it, and Liam thinks of it, but it's still 6 laps and they go side by side, but he better thinks of the yellows in sector 2.
Oh, that's White Eagle.
That's White Eagle.
So, heart and mouth stuff there.
And I think the Seagulls has a broken convene. I think. Or am I blind again? Yes, I'm completely blind again. So
out of the tunnel. What can Liam do here? Oh, he gets even closer to the Haas driver, but isn't able to make a challenge.
And Boxer said in chat, I'm satisfied with that answer, Sean. Thank you for the question, Boxer. We heard from you later. So,
Bookster, of course, racing in our prestige tier later on tonight, so best of luck to Bookster, scoring lots of point finishes on a hot streak at the moment. Of course, one of our race premium drivers as well, so yeah, best of luck to him. And down the inside.
There we go, downside. Oh, dearie me, that's close, but Liam gets through, and that's 7th place.
Good clean pass there, and good clean defending from Jamie as well.
And Dainstar gets the fast lap.
He's catching Dweller again, so he won't be happy to see the back of that car.
I think he's not going to be happy, I think.
Because it was all going pretty well until he came up to the back of Dweller earlier on in the race, which feels right now a lifetime ago. We thought it handed Jorit the win. We kept an eye on that gap. Well, you kept an eye on it, I should say. But it meant nothing in the end.
Oh, that's Bot Dweller with his teammates. A little bit of a collision there. But I know who gets the front wing damage.
Could be lag as well. We have seen those two Salvers. So, what about Dainstar? Next man to lap. Is White Eagle going to let him through easily enough, or will there be a little bit of team play here? I think White Eagle isn't letting him through. Oh, and Dainstar just goes through him. So that's one way to pass the back marker.
That was actually the definition. That was not the definition for if you don't go for a gap that exists, you're not no longer a racing driver, but it's also more if the gap doesn't exist, just penetrate.
Exactly.
More.
Use your front wing like a shovel, lift them up and drive underneath. But Dweller, poor exit here up Casino. We're right on board with Dweller, and he, as I said, the back of that Haas car causing him problems here today. Is he going to cause him more?
There we go. Actually,
wing damage.
Contact, and Dainstar has broken his front wing again. Left plate is gone, and
wheel banging. This is two of the quickest guys in this tier about to go head to head for 5th and 6th position. Yellow flags in sector 2.
But I think it's not going to be wheel to wheel. I think that's going to be also in a collision.
Oh,
they're putting each other into the wall, and I just said that. I actually cursed him.
Boffy Dweller does not want to try not to swear Sean, but Boffy Dweller does not want to give up this position, does he? He's causing Dainstar a world of trouble. And what is this going to be the chance? Oh my goodness. This is going to end in tears. I think Dainstar knows that if they continue this way.
Down the inside into Vasquez. Can he do it? Yes, he can.
And gets DRS just for good measure.
you can still overtake into S-Class with 2018 cars. But I think there's going to be not a lovely word between those two drivers. I think there's going to be not that much love with each other, I think.
They won't be the friendliest on the grid as White Eagle comes in for another pit stop. No other battles shaping up other than Jonas closing in on Ols. We know Ols has a penalty. I haven't seen Jonas get one, so I think for me, Jonas, for me, he's been the star driver here tonight. I haven't really seen him make too many mistakes. He just kind of kept his own race, let people through when they were a bit, you know, hasty behind him, and he's just run his own race. Look at him, he's on the podium. He did 18 odd laps on the Hypersoft tyre. He's comfortable on those ultras. White Eagle lets him through, and he's catching Ols for second place.
Also, and also catching Gazman, but I don't know if the gap was the same, but I think Gazman has, I think, this in the bag.
Gazman lifting off now. Lap 37 out of 39. It can all be lost, but it can't be won anymore for Gaza. So you would have to say, just wanting to get that win in the bag. Yellow flags again. 1.5 the gap between these two. I'm excited to see this one go right down to the line.
And also, I measured something. I'm looking at the race director from Botweller, and he hasn't got any single warning. 0 penalties.
Impressive.
And 0 warnings in up to date right now. 37 laps. So, and Danish is also getting on the verge of getting his 4th penalty. So, if this gap's still the same, then Botweller is still gonna get ahead of Danish, and I think Danish is not gonna be happy with that.
Let's see what Jonas can do. He's going to close within DRS within this lap. Gaza starts his penultimate lap as we reach 38 out of 39. We've only had 4 DNFs. We've had a lot of pit stops, a lot of front wing changes. But Sean, I'm impressed with how many drivers. We're going to finish with double what we finished in Baku. So just shows you they prefer the streets of Monaco than the streets of Azerbaijan. But what will Jonas prefer as he chases down Ols for second place? I wonder if he knows if Ols has a penalty.
I think Ols got 2 penalties, I think, plus the stop go. And I think Jonas has 1 warning as well.
Side by side, Ols lets him through.
Yeah, he knows it. But Ols is still going to finish on the podium anyway. He has a massive gap to George, so
he doesn't want to risk it. Sensible driving there, you would have to say. That's sensible driving. Not what we want to see as spectators, but yeah, smart and sensible driving from Ols.
Yeah, but I think even though he can still put on the fight with Jonas, even though we want to see that, but he also, I think he just wants to be just a smart guy, and then just let him go through because he's gonna get through it anyway with the stop go and the penalty. So
top 3 on there, starting their final lap now, Sean and Gaza. Been a performance for him. We don't want to commentate cursing because this is Monaco, anything can happen, but he's going to cruise around this final lap. We're right on board with the Red Bull man. Took it to his teammate, took it to everyone here, kept it clean, kept his nose clean, and he is about to win the Monaco Grand Prix nice and slow through the hairpin, and he really is coasting this final lap. He doesn't want to jinx anything, neither do we. But how happy do you think he'll be when he crosses that line and sees that checkered flag?
I think he's going to be as happy as the Sauber Esports guy winning the Hockenheim Grand Prix. So I think he's going to be that happy. Yellow's in sector 3 and D-Boy... Wait, did he jump back into his car, D-Boy then?
He must have done. He's binned it on the final corner, so that's a position gain for Stevie, and Dazik will then finish in the points. But here comes Gaza, around the final couple of corners. Yellow flags, watch out for the Toro Rosso! My goodness, my heart almost popped out my chest. Gaza's weaving, he's happy, he doesn't care about the sister car. He is a Monaco Grand Prix winner at F1 TS Hub. Congratulations, Jonas is happy, finishes in second, so is Ols, finishes in third. And gets a 5-second penalty for not serving a stop go. So even more. Jorit, it was all on the cards for Jorit. He did everything he needed to, but you have to say it was his own fault perhaps that he's going to finish in what looks a lonely 4th position. But third and fourth, his last couple of races, you have to say he won't be too disappointed. It being Monaco. Dane Star will come across the line Will he keep that 5th position, or will Buffy Dweller jump ahead? That will be interesting. He crashes as he crosses the line. 8.5. And what is going to happen? Dweller's leaving. That isn't going to help. And no, 7 tenths.
Oh. Although there may gonna be a student complaint. You never. Oh, and Stevie retired as well there. So there's may gonna be even a student complaint with those two. I'm actually curious about the end result.
We'll have to wait and see. But let's have some champagne on the podium. Gaza, he'll be ecstatic. He has taken his 2nd win of the season, and yeah, Danestar hasn't won it, Sean.
Yeah. And I actually, yeah, it was for me, it's not sort of a pride he would win it. In Spain, he was also looking, you know, just not at his best, you know, troubles with the race as well, and this track as well. So I'm actually glad there's now another winner, but it is informed his teammate. So Red Bull still comfortably, but yeah, Gazaman kept his head down and they deserved Monaco win.
All right, let's get you the final results. I will run through them. Gaza takes the win. Jonas in 2nd, no penalties, well done to him. Ols in 3rd, Jorrit in 4th, Danestar in 5th, Buffy Dweller in 6th, no penalties, Liam in 7th, Jamie in 8th, Stevie in 9th, Dazik in 10th position. D-Boy Dan takes 11th after disconnecting. White Eagle takes 12th position. Lots and lots of penalties for himself. Our retirees are Rex, Razart, Taj, and only one FaZe. But we had 12 survive the streets of Monaco. Our pinnacle tier is live. Sean, driver of the day, it's surely going to be either of the top 3.
Yeah, but also Gazaman without a setup, starting in 9th place. And yeah, you got to say, he also got luck on his side, but, you know, you need to have, you know, luck on your side as well in every way, but also with the strategy, he kept his head down, you know, did nothing particularly strange. And the lap times were there. The penalties were just, no really amount of penalties. So for me, it's deserved driver of the day after that immense Monaco win for him.
Alrighty, speaking of immense, your pinnacle tier is live now with Leon and Jonas, so head over to that on our channel, and they are just coming to the end of a rain-soaked qualifying session. I wonder what weather the race will be. We had a safety car, Sean. We had so many pit stops. The race lead was thrown away by 2 different drivers. We had defending, overtaking. It all happened at Monaco in the podium tier. We'll be back next week at 7 p.m. for round 7, so looking forward to that. This is Season 12, and this is F1 TSL. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Sean, thank you for joining me in the commentary box. Looking forward to seeing these guys back out on track next week. Pinnacle tier live now. Prestige tier live at 9 p.m. Best of luck to all those drivers. And once again, thank you for watching.
Goodbye.